Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we're doing the crossword for Monday, December 30th, 2024. So, on the penultimate day of the year...
Yes.
Did you do the crossword?
I did.
And was it a worthy penultimate day of the year crossword?
I would say so.
Good.
It was a good Monday. Kind of a typical Monday, but a good one. And it did take me a little longer to solve than usual.
It took me much longer. I was in the southwest corner, deeply concerned about my Monday streak.
Oh, really?
Well, I wasn't too... It's like, I'll eventually figure this out, I thought. Mm-hmm. But there were just a few places there where, for example, huge to-dos, I didn't know what to do with that. Mm-hmm. I also didn't know what to do with... And that was 56 across. The answer was scenes.
Right.
And then 56 down, wish for a romantic pairing between, in modern parlance, was ship.
Yes.
I'm assuming this is like two ships in the night?
I really don't know.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't know.
I thought, is this one of those words that, like, sesh, is this short for something? You know, like friendship, but it's more than friendship? I wasn't quite sure.
Right. Perhaps one of our listeners could enlighten us.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Hint, crosswordpodcast at iCloud.com.
It's modern parlance. So.
But you see, the part of the word ship involved 64 across troubles. And so I had, let's see, what did I have? I might have had woes. I think I started with woes.
Oh.
So I had, it would have been HWP. That didn't look like that was going to go anywhere.
No,
because I can't think of
so.
any English word that has HWP in it.
I can't either.
And so, and then I thought maybe it was ales, but it turned out to be ills, which are also troubles.
Yes.
Now, we should point out that this crossword was edited by Will Shortz.
Yay!
Yes, who had a stroke, in February?
It was, earlier this year.
Earlier this year, and Joel Fagliano stepped in and did an awesome job, but Will is back. And so maybe he's sort of just trying to make a little point here by making a slightly harder than usual Monday crossword. I don't know.
That could be. The crossword was by Hannah Binney.
Yes.
And this was her debut.
Mm-hmm.
So she made a challenging Monday for her debut.
Well, for me anyway.
Yeah, and for me.
Where did you have problems?
I had help.
Oh, okay. Where did you have problems?
Well, my problem was silly because 42 across was some beers, and we put IPAs. And we got everything filled out, and of course it didn't solve. And we're looking and going across IPAs. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. But then...
You didn't look at the downs?
Not till we got through the acrosses.
Okay.
And so then we went with the downs. And then finally when we got to 32 down, which was sheep sounds, and we had by-is instead of bars.
Right.
And then it's like, it was ales, not IPAs.
Well, you also had for 33 down, Enchanted Girl in a Gail Carson Levine book. You had Elpa.
Yes.
I don't know too many girls named Elpa.
Right. And we had stam cells for 34 down.
Yeah, see, that one also caused me problems, 34 down.
But we were looking at the downs. We were looking at the crosses.
Right.
And they made sense. And that's one of the things that I always have a problem with Mondays. I'm whipping through, and then it's like, there's a mistake somewhere. So then I'm whipping through again, trying to figure out.
There's a lot of whipping taking place here.
Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, we did find that and corrected it, and then got it to solve. Mm-hmm. So, and it had a fun little theme. There were 4 themed clues. And they did not seem to have anything in common, but they did. 18 across was a flower that reflects yellow when held under one's chin. And that was buttercup. I did not know that about buttercups, but next time I have a buttercup, I'm going to try that.
I didn't even know it was buttercup. I went for dandelion.
Oh.
And because that was the only yellow flower I could think of.
Oh, yes.
And, but it turned out to be buttercup, so I had to pretty much give up every single letter I'd written in there because they were all wrong.
That's right. Yeah. 23 across was primitive timer, which was hourglass. 38 across, NFL All-Star Game, is the Pro Bowl, which is coming up pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
And then 51 across, place for policy wonks. And that was a think tank, which I didn't think of, but our youngest got that right away. He said, oh, that's a think tank. I'm like, okay, if you say so. But then the revealer kind of tied them all together, and that was 61 across. Make a logical sense, or what the ends of the theme clues do. And the answer to that was hold water, because you had buttercup, hourglass, pro bowl, and think tank.
Mm-hmm.
So hold water.
I like the fact that, at least to my ear, the vessels were getting larger as you went down the grid. A cup and a glass and a bowl and a tank.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
So yes, nicely done, Hannah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You had a little
nice job.
Mm-hmm. I had a little trouble even in the top center. Wacky. I went for loony.
Oh.
Because we'd just been talking about the raving loony party.
How did you spell that?
I spelled it Luny.
Sort of like a moon loony.
Well, that's where loony comes from, you know. But it turned out to be zany.
Yes.
I knew I had a problem because 6 down, creatures that are actually black with white stripes. I thought, well, it's got to be zebras, not libras. And so I had to backpedal on loony.
Well, we started with loco.
Oh, that's good.
Because it fit.
Yes,
You know?
just like loony.
No. But, of course, we had to change that, too.
Right.
We're zebras. So then we knew immediately it was zany.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We had 10 down, advances was inroads.
Yep.
That took me a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, H2O in Mexico. So for 16 across, I should first of all point out, forbidden, I had no.
Oh, huh.
And that meant that I had for 12 down water in Mexico, I had enua. And I thought, I think it's agua, the one Spanish word that I know, and now I'm sort of vacillating on it. But so I went with agua, so it was no-go.
That is correct.
I guess forbidden.
Mm-hmm.
I think of a no-go as sort of a cancellation, not something that's actively...
Not something that's forbidden.
It's just that something that's got to be canceled.
Yes.
But I'm sure there are multiple meanings of no-go.
Perhaps. Mm-hmm.
22 across. Don't worry about me. I went, I'm fine. But it was, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
So I had to retract 4 of the 6 letters there. I was doing a lot of retracting in this crossword.
Well, there were options. There were options.
I think I'm getting used to Will's style. I have to sort of acclimatize myself to that.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything else. We had 66 across. Food items that might come with locks. That was bagel.
That's correct.
And I usually think of the lox as coming with the bagel, but I don't think, here's the lox, here, have a bagel with it.
Right.
That just seems the wrong order, but...
Yeah.
Let's see, I guess I also didn't know what to make of 63 down. Purple yam, common in Filipino cooking, was a ube.
No.
U-B-E.
U-B. Or ubi.
Ubi? Ubi?
Yes, I looked it up.
Wasn't that a character in Star Wars, like Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Ubi. But yes, I looked at a picture of it. It is a purple yam.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yep.
I don't think I've heard of an ubi before.
And they seem to call it ubi purple yam. Like they were showing a tub of ice cream, and it was like ubi purple yam ice cream. So it's like many people must not know what ubi is because they always sort of clarify it with purple yam following. So,
well, for the record, ubi has shown up a total of 9 times. Mm-hmm. The first time was in 1954 when it was clued as Philippine yam, var, I guess for variety or
right.
variance.
And it is from the Philippines. In fact, that was that was in the clue here, popular in Filipino cooking.
Yep.
So
For
anyway,
supper tomorrow, we're going to be having ubies.
I don't think so.
Don't know if
it is your turn to cook. So.
That's true. I'm just going to whip out the old ubi cookbook.
Right.
101 great things you can do with ubies.
Well, that'll be a treat.
Yep. 21 down. I did not know this. Canadian province that's home to the Head Smashed in Buffalo Jump World Heritage Site.
I would like to know more about that.
Head Smashed in Buffalo Jump World Heritage Site. That is a mouthful.
It is. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So if you could clarify that, you being the Canadian of this duo.
Well, this is Alberta. Alberta is sort of Canadian. It's sort of half Canadian, half Texas. So it's a very unique province.
I see.
That's what happens when you get massive amounts of oil.
Uh-huh. and wide open places for grazing cattle.
Right. And raising ubies.
Uh-huh. I don't think so.
All right. Well, I think that is probably it for today.
I think it better be.
So thanks, everyone, for listening.
Yep.
We're still getting back into the swing of things, just like Will Shortz. But just like Will Shortz, we'll be firing on all cylinders sometime soon.
We hope.
Maybe even now. All right. That's it for today. We'll see all of you again tomorrow.
Bye-bye.